it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about a brand that has me very, very excited again about beauty for the first time in a while. I have used a few products from this brand before, but I went to a beauty counter recently and I just kind of went ham buying all of the things that piqued my interest while I was standing there with the sales associate. And that would be Clé de Peau Beauty. And the thing that I love so much about this brand is it is a skincare first focused beauty brand. Clé de Peau actually means the key to skin's beauty. So as you can tell, like a lot of their ingredients really are skincare focused. And I've been using some of their skincare products and I feel like my skin looks absolutely phenomenal. So the first product that we're going to talk about is the Radiant Cream Foundation. This is $138. I love that it comes in this simple plastic tube and it has a twist off cap. And as you can see, you can just squeeze the product out of this applicator. There's no weird pumps. I also really appreciate this kind of packaging because if you're traveling, you don't have to worry about glass breaking in your makeup bag. This is SPF 25 and there are 24 shades total. I have shade 030, which is medium ochre. I love this so much because I only need a teeny tiny pea-sized amount for my whole face. It's more of a medium to full coverage. So I like to just dot this all around my face, typically concentrating more on the center of my face. So again, being very skincare focused, this brand has several ingredients in this foundation that are going to help improve your skin and the moisture of your skin over time. There's Platinum Golden Silk, which is going to help illuminate and moisturize your skin. It also helps to protect against environmental stressors. There is Chestnut Rosso Fruit, which helps to prevent the oxidation of the formula, and I can tell you firsthand, this stays looking absolutely perfect the entire day. You're never going to have that like orangey darkening of your foundation. Look how beautifully this illuminates the skin. It is so easy to blend in as well. And then there's an ingredient called Potentilla erecta root extract, which locks in moisture, helps to improve fine lines. And what I love so much about this formula is that my skin stays looking so beautifully perfected all day. There's also a technology in this that helps to prevent the formula from settling into fine lines. And it also prevents you from getting overly shiny or greasy, which I do tend to struggle with throughout the day. While the brand claims that this creates more of a dewy look, as you can see on me, I don't look overly shiny or greasy. It just leaves my skin with this very soft, almost kind of velvety glow, which that's my preference for a foundation. Just look how good it looks on the skin though. It's absolutely beautiful. I think this is probably hands down my favorite foundation formula I've ever used. And one of the things that I will say is over the last few years, I have really struggled with foundation on my skin. So I kind of took a gamble on this, just kind of hoping that it would work out. Obviously, when you're paying this much for a foundation, you expect it to be phenomenal. And I can tell you firsthand, it is. It's actually worth the price in my opinion. And also because you only have to use such a tiny amount, I feel like it's going to last me for a really long time. Next up, we have the Radiant Corrector for eyes. There are 11 shades total. This is $70 and I have the shade Beige. It has one of these little click applicators, which is really, really nice. It's kind of flat this way and then a little bit fat this way. So it makes it very easy to apply to your under eyes. So this is a pearl-powered liquid concealer that has both red and yellow pearls to supplement under the eyes since we tend to not have those shades under our eyes. So it's incredible for correcting. I feel like I don't need a ton of product to really brighten up and even out my under eye area. I do tend to have sort of a bluish cast under my eyes, so I'm always looking for something that is going to sort of lift out that shadow. And also, I mean, it doesn't have to be used just as like an illuminator, although it is great for that. I do get a fair bit of coverage with this, and what I love so much about this concealer is it doesn't settle into fine lines. It doesn't look crusty and dry. it really does just sort of perfect your skin in a very, very natural way. Which again, I feel like so many makeup formulations at this point are just too heavy without actually getting the job done, and they look very makeup-y on the skin. And what I love so much is that this looks so natural and radiant and fresh and not heavy, cakey, like makeup-y in my opinion. Much like the foundation, this also just blends out so beautifully. I don't feel like I have to set my face after I use these base products, but a lot of times I do just because I am pretty active and I really want my makeup to last all day. But they're not overly greasy, which is usually why I end up setting my makeup. So many radiant formulas on my skin, they don't look radiant, they look greasy. And I think the use of the pearl pigments and the silk really does make a difference in these formulas. Just absolutely beautiful, soft, radiant, looks like my skin but better, but it still conceals my problem areas really, really nicely. Before I move on to the next Clé de Peau product, I'm going to do a little bit more of my makeup and then we will reconvene. All right, got the rest of my makeup on. So this next product was actually a gift with purchase because I had reached the threshold to be eligible for the gift with purchase, which was several skincare items, which I will show you at the end of the video, and also this eyebrow gel. So there are 4 shades of this, and it is $40, and it has argan oil, camellia oil, so it's going to help repair any damage and keep your brows really nice and soft. But also it has such a nice lightweight hold. They call it their aqua holding oil. So I ended up with the shade 101, which is technically auburn, which obviously I don't have red hair anymore. However, I think we settled on the fact that this was kind of like the lightest shade. Now, it's probably a little warmer than I need, but also I just really don't want like a really dark color because I do have my eyebrows, nano brows here. And I don't really want to make them any darker than they already are, especially with being blonde. So let me swipe this on and show you. It's so lightweight, but somehow has such a nice hold. I really feel like my brows stay in place all day with this. And the color is really not terrible. I mean, it's probably a pinch warmer than I would need. I kind of wonder if they were out of the blonde shade whenever I went in, because the other shade she showed me seemed really dark in comparison to this auburn. So I probably would try to go with blonde next time, but it really is just a really nice brow gel. And I just like that I kind of don't feel it after a while. Like some brow gels, when you put them on, they feel waxy and heavy and starchy in order to hold your brows up. But this just feels kind of like nothing after a little bit, and it does keep them in place all day. So I'm actually a really big fan of the brow gel. And the last product that I picked up on my recent trip to the Clé de Peau counter is their Cream Rouge Shine lipstick. So there are 8 shades of this. It is $50, and I picked up the shade Calanth Orchid, which is just, I think, such a beautiful kind of nudie mauve pink. It's a bit different than a lot of colors that I normally go for. So I immediately fell in love with this formula. So you've got this nice little doe foot applicator. But what I love so much about this that I find to be very different than a lot of liquid lipsticks, so to speak, is that it stays soft. It doesn't do that like matte dry down crusty lips where you get the line of demarcation. So let me show you how this looks on the lips. It's got argan oil in it. It's super pigmented, which I also really love, and it's not sticky at all. I find that I need very, very little of this, and it lasts a long time. It has this way of sort of volumizing your lips and making them look fuller. It also just feels so creamy and comfortable. It's almost like a lipstick lip gloss hybrid, which I really, really appreciate. And it's supposed to give you 8 hours of wear. I would say you're probably still going to have something on at the end of those 8 hours. I do think it's incredibly long wearing for this type of formula. I just love it. Like, I am a little obsessive with this right now. It is one of my favorite lip products that I have used in a very, very long time. It just feels so good. They also say within 4 weeks it's going to improve any rough texture that you might have on your lips. I just think it's so beautiful, and I actually really love this color. It's a bit of a branch out from my normal kind of bright go-tos. Like, I'm a red girl. Like, I'm a red girly. I like bright pinks. I like really bright colors. So this is definitely more of like a nude neutral shade for me, but I actually really love how this looks like with my complexion and my hair. Now, some of the gift with purchase items that I received are skincare related. So one of those is this cleansing oil. I actually have not used this yet. Don't get mad at me. They also included some of their little cotton pads, which it's, you know, I don't know. I feel kind of weird about this because on their website you buy the cotton for, I think it's like $30, and I'm just like, I can't. Like, I am all about spending a lot more on things that are actually going to improve the health of my skin, that are going to be worn on my face all day. But like, anything that I am like chucking in the trash, I'm sorry, I just can't pay 30 bucks for that, no matter how luxurious it is. I just can't do that. They also included this moisturizer. This is their Crème Supreme Volumissante Volumizing Cream Supreme, which also I have not used this yet. I'm still trying to work through some other stuff. Has just their kind of signature scent. Is a little bit floral-ish. And then I also was given the Serum, which I absolutely love this. Like, when I run out of my samples, I am going to want to get a full size of this. I just find it to be moisturizing, not heavy, not sticky. It doesn't cause any weird pilling under my makeup. It absorbs so nicely into the skin. And unlike some serums, I feel like it gives you a little bit of a slip as well, which is really, really nice. I almost feel like in the summertime during the day, I could probably almost get away with just using this in the morning and then layering it under a heavier moisturizer at night. But I really, really love this. And there were some other skincare items at the counter that I'm very interested in, so I'll keep you posted on those. And then two of the other items that I also have from Clé de Peau, which were gifted to me some time back, are their lip balm. This is just like the natural, no color added. I love using this as a lip prep. I feel like it's a nice lightweight dose of moisture. It doesn't feel thick and gloppy and heavy. I actually had it on at the beginning of this video because I do, again, like I said, like to prep my lips with it, because everything else you put on afterwards goes on like butter. And then this one, oh, this is a really, really nice product. This is a skincare product. This is their Precious Gold Vitality Mask. I really, really love this. So it has 24 karat gold flakes in it. And what I love to do with this mask is I put it on anytime my skin is looking a little bit dull, dehydrated. If my skin has been acting up and it's a little bit sensitive, I love to put on a little layer of this. I'll leave it for like 20 to 30 minutes. And when I take it off, my skin is so velvety, buttery smooth, glowing, looks like you've been to the spa. I absolutely love that product. So if you're looking for a splurgy kind of thing and you're, you need to be home, you can't go get a facial or whatever, I highly, highly recommend this. I think it's an absolutely phenomenal product. It just makes you feel like a million times better after you've applied this. I have to say, I think I'm a Clé de Peau girly now. Like, my makeup, my skin has not looked this good in a very, very long time. And the fact that my makeup still looks so beautiful at the end of the day when I take it off, that is major, because I just feel like the longevity and the quality of so many products just does not stand up to this. And yes, there is a hefty price tag, but I also feel like I need so little of that product to actually achieve really beautiful results. I don't know, like there is some sort of magic happening in their makeup and skincare because I don't get this. I don't get this with other stuff. Also, if you are curious about what is on my face, the other makeup products that I have used, these are all things that have become tried and true staples for me that I am using every single day. My makeup has not looked this good in a very, very long time. But what I also love so much about this current routine is that it is very succinct and I can fit everything in one little bag, which is kind of incredible considering how many makeup products I have tried and used over the years. So I will have that video up in the very near future. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure to give it a little thumbs up. That helps other people to find my channel. If you want to see more from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.